Have you ever felt like your best years are behind you, watching younger generations rush past while you wonder if your life still matters? You're not alone in this quiet anguish that visits so many hearts in life's later seasons. Today, together, we'll explore 6 profound Buddhist teachings that transform how you see this sacred stage of existence. These aren't mere consolations, but ancient keys that unlock the deepest treasures hidden within your accumulated years. The first teaching emerges from a truth I've witnessed countless times in the monastery. Your perceived limitations are actually gateways to liberation. When your body moves slower, your mind can finally catch up with the wisdom you've been gathering all along. The Buddhist concept of letting go isn't about giving up, it's about releasing the exhausting pursuit of what no longer serves you. Think of autumn leaves falling gracefully to nourish the earth below. They don't cling desperately to branches, they surrender to their natural rhythm, creating space for new growth. This morning, when you feel that familiar pang about what you can no longer do, pause, place your hand on your heart, and ask, what am I being called to embrace instead? But there's something even more powerful about this stage of life that most people miss entirely. The second teaching reveals why your accumulated experiences are your greatest spiritual asset. In Buddhism, we speak of prajna, the wisdom born from direct experience rather than mere knowledge. Every joy you've celebrated, every loss you've survived, every mistake that humbled you, has been weaving a tapestry of understanding that no young person possesses. I once observed an elderly practitioner in our temple garden, moving slowly among the flowers. A visitor asked why she spent so much time there, when she could barely kneel. She smiled and said, "I'm not gardening with my body anymore. I'm gardening with 50 years of knowing how patience creates beauty." Right now, consider one difficult period you've survived. What strength did it teach you that you carry even today? This wisdom becomes your gift to the world, but only when you recognize its true value. The third teaching transforms your relationship with time itself. Young minds race toward future goals, but your consciousness has learned something precious, the art of presence. The Buddha taught that all suffering comes from wanting this moment to be different than it is. You've lived long enough to understand that happiness was never in the next achievement, the next purchase, or the next milestone. It was always available right here, right now. Picture water that has stopped rushing down a mountain and finally pools in a quiet lake, perfectly reflecting the sky. Your nervous system has earned this stillness. When anxiety about the future arises, return to your breath, count 3 slow inhalations, feeling your body settle into this moment like sinking into a comfortable chair. The next teaching reveals why your apparent slowness is actually a superpower. The fourth teaching shows how your natural pace has become perfectly aligned with deeper rhythms of existence. The monastery bell doesn't rush, it rings when it rings, and its sound carries further because of its deliberate pace. You've learned that forcing and pushing create resistance, while gentle persistence creates lasting change. This is the Buddhist middle path in action, not the frantic urgency of youth, but the steady, purposeful movement of someone who understands that every step matters more than speed. Watch how you approach daily tasks now, compared to decades ago. Where you once multitasked frantically, you now focus fully on one thing at a time. This isn't limitation, this is mastery. When someone suggests you're slowing down, smile inwardly. You're not slowing down, you're deepening. Yet there's an even more profound shift happening in your perspective on relationships. The fifth teaching illuminates how your capacity for genuine love has expanded beyond what younger hearts can imagine. The Buddhist practice of metta, loving kindness, naturally deepens with age because you've learned what truly matters and what doesn't. Old grudges feel pointless when you can see the bigger picture of human struggle. Former enemies reveal themselves as fellow travelers who were simply lost, just as you once were. I've watched elderly practitioners forgive with an ease that astounds younger students. How do you let go so easily? They ask. The answer is always the same. When you've seen enough sunsets, you stop arguing with the darkness. Take a moment to think of someone you once struggled to accept. Notice how your heart holds them differently now. This expanding compassion isn't weakness, it's the flowering of a lifetime of learning how to love. The final teaching may be the most liberating of all. Your approaching mortality has become your greatest teacher. While others fear death, you're beginning to understand what the Buddha meant when he said death is simply a transition, not an ending. This awareness doesn't create morbidity, it creates urgency around what truly matters. Every conversation becomes more precious, every sunset more beautiful, every act of kindness more meaningful, because you know none of it lasts forever. In the monastery we have a practice called death contemplation, not to create fear, but to wake up to life. You're living this practice naturally now. When worry arises about time running out, breathe deeply and ask, what would love do right now? Then do that. This moment, with all its limitations and gifts, is your perfect teacher. These 6 teachings weave together into one profound truth. This stage of your life isn't about decline, it's about distillation. Everything unnecessary has been stripped away, leaving only what matters most. Your pace has slowed not because you're failing, but because you've learned to savor rather than consume. Your body may carry more aches, but your heart carries more wisdom. Your future may seem shorter, but your presence has never been deeper. You are not becoming less, you are becoming essential. If this resonates with your heart, share it with someone who needs this reminder. Subscribe to continue this journey of discovering the profound gifts hidden within life's later chapters.